You need to go back into time immemorial and sit with the grandfathers and hear the amount of data they could recite from memory. Just a glimpse of it is to listen to the poets during the praises of the kings, and you hear someone reciting over 4, 5, 6, 10 pages of data, historical data. Wena, wenzalo, wena, wenzalo, wayala, 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 wenzalo, wenzalo, wenzalo. And you look at that kind of intel, I don't know what you want to call wisdom. You get into some parts of Mali, parts of Senegal, you meet these griots, the kora players, the griots, who can recite 60 generations, 60 from memory. And then they pick up their mother's side and they go for another 60 from memory. They pick up the uncles of the mother and they pick up their grandfathers. And you walk up into the Dahomey, you walk up into the Maasais, you walk up into the Soha kingdoms and people could name stars, clouds from memory. You walk up, and hence I'm saying language is a science. You walk up to someone who knows more than 4, 5, 6, 700 trees by memory. And then you tell me that how wise are you and me, because we can recite William Shakespeare and we know when the Afrikaners came into South Africa. And you call that knowledge. So yes, it's academic knowledge, which is relevant in the environment for which it was created for. But when you have that knowledge and you walk up back to your village, I bet you as empty and as stupid as a head boy who will show you the cow dung of a cow and tell you this cow is sick. It's got this problem, it's got this problem, it ate poison. You must go and get that shrub to fix this. You go to school and study how the whole issue of animal husbandry, and someone can do it from their heads. You're bitten by a snake right now. So okay, sit down here, tie, cut. Go and take a shrub and fix you. So I don't understand you fully when you talk about wisdom. If it is wisdom in the colonial sense of when someone speaks a few statements that are out of your thinking pattern, oh, that's deep. We are really talking about wisdom as relevance of knowledge and application, resulting in welfare of life and well-being of community and society. So I would not want even to compare the Western education system and our indigenous knowledge system. Ours is ground-based. It's life-based. This one is book-based, tourism-based. It's a passport to run away from your country, to go to another country where they can appreciate this kind of knowledge. Hence, we have an exodus, brain drain of our African students into diaspora, because this Africa is no longer relevant to them. Ask them, why are you here? I no longer feel appreciated in Africa. My skills are not maximized, and the lifestyle here is a bit backwards. You know, So you're educated, and your education can no longer make you eat mdog. So it's because you have a stomach problem. You can't eat your indigenous foods. And then you're educated. So now I think the education has been overrated because it's not relevant. That's why right now, if you can do a research and find out how many graduates are unemployed, you would come up with a very shocking figure that after 4 years, 5 years, 6 years of academic work, they want experience. Then you wonder, so what were you doing for the past 20 years? Primary school, high school, college. Go and apply for a job, they want experience.
4 years.
But tell me an 8-year, 10-year-old boy who grew up at the farm, when his father dies, will the cattle die?
No.
Will the goats die?
They started like tending goats at the age of 6. 7.
He already has the experience and the knowledge and the wisdom. So I would not want to classify or even compare African wisdom to intellectualism of colonial education structures, which is always studying others their history, their poetry, their English and grammar, their interpretation of cosmology and geography. The world is like this, it's like this. No, it can't be. Go and study the mosques in East Africa, in Central and Northwest Africa. And you see those mosques of aliens, ancient species. And you look at the people and say, how did you come to design this? No, we met these people some time ago. And we have preserved their memory in art form. So study those things. You may actually discover that there's more to African culture, traditions, than what the white man simply calls an artifact. I mean, you look at pieces of art like this, Bomzilankat, which is a ring around your head, whole cosmology. What is above as it is below, the roundness of the world, the downloading center of data. When you find an African sitting like this and looking into the skies, he's aware that the cosmos in the universe is at residence within my space. This is architecture, how we build our houses. This is how life must be. This is the circle of family. This is the interconnectedness. So it just stops being, while the Europeans are glorifying squares, square offices, square houses, the African comes up with just a piece of art. And if you look at it carefully, you discover, oops, there is actually much more to circles of life, and how round houses appeal more to wellness of human existence than square houses. The energy, the bounce back of energy, how square houses consume more energy, and how round houses distribute heat and cold equally well in the houses. And so you don't just look at them as artifacts good enough to take and hang in a library. Oh, here's a Zulu or Ndebele, a crown that men put on. Then you go into the, oh, it's made out of this and this. It's not even about the texture and the making of it. It is, what does it represent? What is here for it in terms of our learning and knowledge systems?